Alright, welcome to day 4 of 100 Days of Code by Angela Yu, the Python bootcamp found on Udemy. And here we will be going into Python lists as well as randomization. So it's a mini project, mini exercise, not the final project, but a teaser. So this exercise demands you to choose a random friend. Let me just write that down. Choose a random friend from the given list. From the given list. Right. So the first thing we need to do when we're dealing with random values is we need to import a random module. Let's import random. And then we will take this list, friends Alice, and then we will go into, let's call a variable called random friend. It's not spell friend, right? And that will be our random.rand int, which will start from the 0 position and give you, we will do the length of friends as well, right? Which will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But seeing that it starts from 0, we will make sure the compiler doesn't give us a index out of range error by saying -1. Right, so in this scenario, it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Because before the length of the friends list is 5, but now that it starts from 0, which is how index positions start, the 0 belongs to Alice, 1 belongs to Bob, 2 is Charlie, 3 is David, 4 is Emmanuel, right? That's why we have this -1 here, to move the length from 5 to 4. And now we print first of all, we know that this random friend is an integer. It's a value. So whether it's Alice, Bob, Charlie, David, or Emmanuel. So now we need to friends, and the value will be random friend. Right, so friends is the entire list, and you're saying from that entire list, select a random friend, a value assigned to a random friend, Alice, Bob. That's why we have Prince, friend, random friend. So let's test that out. As you can see, Emmanuel is the first random friend it brings. If we run it again, it will bring Emmanuel again. Let's run it again. David, right? David is the random friend. We'll run it again. Okay, you are slow. You shouldn't be this slow. Okay, David is ran twice, just like Emmanuel. Let's see who's the next. Alice. Right. Alice again. Emmanuel again. Right. Right, so this is the basics, or should I say the result of selecting a random friend from the given list, right? So yeah, that's the mini exercise before the final project. Thank you. Right, so welcome to the final project of day 4 of the 100 Days of Code Python Bootcamp by Angela Yu. And it's basically a rock, paper, scissors challenge where it's you versus the computer. And if you choose rock and the computer chooses paper, obviously the computer wins. So it's a rock, paper, scissors game between you and the machine, right? So first, let's assign values to each choice, right? So let's say rock is has a value of 0, paper has a value of 1, and scissors has a value of 2, right? So in this scenario, let's bring it out here. So in this scenario, uh, you win your wins. Let's categorize these computer wins. So the first step is creating a variable for when you choose a particular object, whether it's rock, paper, or scissors. So that will be my choice. And then we'll have a one for the computer choice. And obviously the computer will choose at random. That's why we'll need the random module, rand int randint. That's from 0 to 2, right? And my choice would be whatever I choose, which will be an input statement. So it's an integer input. What do you choose? What do you choose? You choose and rock equals 0, paper equals 1, and scissors equals 2, right? The reason why we're using a numeric value as the choice is because we need the computer to also have the ability to choose a random integer, right? Because we're using the rand int. Otherwise, we would just use rock, paper, and scissors by itself. But we need us to be able to choose a number as well as the computer to be able to choose a number. And then it compares both numbers. So let's actually define each of the rock equals to 0, paper equals to 1, and scissors equals to 2. Well, now that I think about it, being that the computer, or should I say each variable has been assigned a value of 0, 1, 2, it's better if we could store this in a list format as opposed to doing it this way. So for example, let's say a variable called choice, and with that has the rock as 0, the 0th index position, and then we have paper, and we also have scissors, right? So this is not necessary.